I'm Brant. He's Chris. We put on a show you just can't miss. He says cowabunga. I say yo, Joe. Welcome to the Chris and Brant show.
Literally, as the countdown is just at like 4 seconds. I hate the way this doesn't do it when you click live. I hope that it caught the whole song. I really do.
It started. I started at 5 seconds in, so hopefully you got it.
Oh, hopefully. I don't know anymore, but I still. I mean, no, whack. But whatever.
Hello. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Sorry about that. That's the wrong thing.
We didn't practice.
There it is. I know I just kept clicking the wrong thing. There we go. Welcome to the Chris and Brant show, everybody. What's up? What's going on? What's good?
How is everybody doing? I saw Tevye and we got Mike Manhattan in the comments.
Awesome.
We got something to be talking about.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
We're going to be touching the entire spectrum today, and
yes,
a special bonus treat. Whoop. We have Lisa, which we will be popping in and out of, and she is flatting, or is she inking?
Yes. Right now she's inking because she didn't quite finish the inks, and then she's going to flat it real quick, and time allowing, she'll start coloring as well.
Right.
She thinks she can get through it. She thinks she can get through the inking and flatting and get into the coloring.
I've seen Lisa, and she's super fast, so
yeah.
I believe it. But this is the postcard. It is a stretch goal for Celestial Falcon's Kickstarter, which we still have less than how many hours left now?
We have about 26 hours.
About 26 hours left to the Kickstarter. And if we reach our stretch goal of $1,800, every backer on a physical level will be getting this picture as a postcard.
Yeah.
And if not, then this will definitely be in next Kickstarter, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's what the idea of it is. So you will still be seeing this postcard again, if not through the first issue Kickstarter, absolutely by the second one. But it's a beautiful picture, though.
We want to get it to you guys this time. So
I was just going to say that. I was literally just going to say that. We love this picture and want to get it out to everyone ASAP. So if you haven't backed the Celestial Falcon Kickstarter, you have a little over 24 hours before the Kickstarter is over. We are funded. So any tier you choose, you will be getting your copy of Celestial Falcon issue number 1's deluxe edition.
Yeah.
So back it, share it, love us. We love you.
And real quick, thank you to anybody watching us both on YouTube and Facebook. Mm-hmm. And please interact with us, leave comments. I know we got a few already, but we love interacting with you guys during these shows. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk and answer some questions or whatever. So
yes.
So we got a lot to talk about, a lot to do. And I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. For everybody that watches Comic Book Weekly every week, I apologize for not being on this week. I don't know what they said because I haven't had a chance to actually watch the show yet.
Oh, we fired Brant. We fired him. We had a meeting. He wasn't listening, and and we just told him, "You're done, man. That's it." And then we decided to rehire him because we love him.
Yeah, I'm invaluable. I don't know.
I mean, you're every. What was that? What is that? You're everyone else. I forgot.
I'm everyone else. I'm the other guy.
The other guy. There you go.
I'm the other guy. I'm everyone else. So I don't know. No, it's just dealing with some stuff. So I couldn't make it this week. And that's why we're doing this tonight instead of last night. We were going to do it last night, but we're here now. That's the important thing. We're here. We're talking to you guys. We're going to talk about some stuff. We got comics. We got games. We got wrestling. We got Kickstarter. We got some cereal to try.
Yes, we will be. This is the first time completely sealed.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to be taste testing Sour Patch Kids at the middle of the show. This is Sour Patch Kids cereal. I've seen so many YouTubers try this out. I saw this in my store. I told Brant, we're doing a Chris and Brant show. We totally should do this together. There's another cereal I'll be doing. It's Pop-Tarts. We have Pop-Tart cereal. I'll be doing that on my channel at some point. But we're going to be trying this.
Yeah. And it's new.
Oh yes, that's right. It's new. And Tevye, you know what? You hit the nail on the head. That's how we're going to be starting the show. Comic book news, and it's about Leviathan. Okay. So as you all know, we have Comic Book Weekly every Tuesday on this channel right here, Comic Frontline. So as you know, we do our top 5. We discuss comic books. So we're not going to go into great detail, but we decided to choose one book that we would go into a little bit of detail with. And Event Leviathan ended.
Yeah. No,
Wednesday. Go ahead.
I was just going to say no spoilers on this because it just came out yesterday.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead. Sorry.
I was underwhelmed. I feel like I wasted my money on 6 issues. And, of course, this is all going to, circle right back to Action Comics. Even though this had absolutely nothing to do with Superman except in the first and last issue, it's going to circle back to Action Comics 1018. And I got to be honest with you, I think by that point it's going to pass my chopping block anyway, and I won't even be reading Action Comics anymore.
I dropped Action Comics with the last issue. Yeah. The funny thing about this is, all right, for one thing, last issue they kind of really heavy-handedly telegraphed at least a group of characters this could be. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to give that away, but I will say this. How sad is it that you had 2 separate groups of the best detectives in the entire DC universe trying to figure this out, and the way they found it out was, oh, Superman, this is who I am.
Yeah, that's how they found out. The person literally revealed their identity to Superman, and then Superman relayed it to everyone else who still couldn't figure it out. I don't know where DC's going, and I don't like Bendis's interpretation of DC. Yeah. I mean, the more I read of Bendis's writing in DC, I feel, and I'm sorry, Brant, and I'm sorry to me too, because I'm loving where Marvel's going right now, but I think Bendis should go back to Marvel. Back to Marvel, or even better, Todd McFarlane went independent completely. Several writers. Maybe it's time for Brian Michael Bendis to take his creator-owned stuff and go independent 100%.
Maybe. Before I answer that, I'm going to answer this. Where is Tim Drake Robin? He's a great detective. Yes, he is. I'm assuming. Yeah, I assume at that time he was lost in the multiverse in Young Justice, maybe, trying to make out with another Stephanie. That's what I assume. Who knows? But honestly, I thought that Bendis started out okay. I enjoyed the Superman books more than anybody else on Frontline, I think, at least the current cast. And I was enjoying it. And then slowly but surely, I fell in line with you guys and got to see that, no, this really isn't good. And I don't particularly care for the direction either. And this book, this is supposed to be a mystery. And we don't solve the mystery. The mystery is landed. It's handed to us. It's landed in our lap.
And it's not even over. Here's the thing. It's not even over. It leads to another storyline, just like that gang or the woman who owns the Daily Planet now with the Red Cloud. It ended and then went right back into another story in action.
Leon, something.
Whatever. I don't even care, because you know what? Superman's in ruins, and DC doesn't care because they're like, it's Brian Michael Bendis. He's amazing. He has his fans, and we're doing great. No, you're not.
That's the thing. If they're making sales, they don't.
They don't care, right? And you know what? A lot of people are buying that Legion of Superheroes, which I didn't like. I don't know. You weren't on Frontline, Brant. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to share your thoughts on Legion, I didn't like it. I'm not picking it up anymore. I'm actually surprised at myself for reading it, but I had to try it because I love Legion. And I just thought it was disgusting. I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Let's put Lisa on for a minute while we're talking about this.
Did I just? There we go.
There you go. I looked down and I'm like, oh, she's not been on the screen for a while. So let's put her.
He poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague onto our houses. Really? No, but are we gonna wait until he does? I got that SpongeBob reference real quick. That's scary.
I did not know what that was from. I was confused. But no, it was still a good quote. Legion of Superheroes, I thought was better than the 2-issue like primer thing that we got. I thought it was better than that. I thought it was okay. But you spend the entire issue of all these characters talking nonstop, but never really saying anything. That was my issue with it. You know what I mean? It's just like that could be anybody just sitting around talking and talking and talking and talking, and nothing happens and nothing's said, and it didn't advance any kind of story at all. And you had Rose the whole time. Hey, Superboy. Hey, Superboy. I gotta talk to you, Superboy.
Oh, that's the best quote ever. Let me talk to you, man. I'm sorry. I can't get into anything Bendis is writing with TC. I just no.
Yeah. So it's sad because I really hoped that it would be, fresh for Bendis.
It's like Adam's face. Adam's face that Lisa's flatting right now is the way a lot of fans are feeling when it comes. It's like Superman.
Yeah, that's actually Jason, but yeah.
Jason, damn it! I'm sorry, Jason.
What a face he's making, by the way.
I know. I love that face. I love it. When I saw the proof for the postcard, I loved it.
Yeah,
because it's totally what the character would do.
Exactly. Make a stupid face at the camera. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike Manhattan says, Brant, people talking the whole time is what Bendis has been doing for 20 years. Yeah, but I agree with that. But most of at least early on, they were actually saying something of substance and moving the plot forward in some way, shape, or form. This time it felt like they were just over talking each other for no reason whatsoever. That's what it felt like to me.
And this is the thing. I'm not a not Bendis fan. I loved Ultimate Spider-Man. I loved the Ultimate Universe. I even liked his New Avengers run.
I liked when he started on All New X-Men. I liked that run. I've liked different things that he's done. It's just, I don't know. There's something about this that usually with Bendis' stuff, I feel like he stays on projects too long. Mm-hmm. And I get worn out, and I feel like he doesn't really have anything to add, but he just won't let them go. Right. But this, it doesn't even seem like he's been on that long. It's already getting to that point.
Yeah.
So
I agree 100%. And that's the frustrating part. And I can't. I'm still waiting for Powers to come back. See, Mike, that's the thing. That's his own work, his own creator-owned work. If he brought Powers back, he knows his characters. He's written it before, and I feel like that would be his best work right now.
Well, I mean, not saying you should never write something you haven't written before.
Oh no. I'm just saying I don't feel like he truly gets a grasp on DC. I really don't feel like he's got it. I don't feel like he's getting it. I don't know if he ever will get it. And fans are either just really happy with his work or they're really angry at his work, and he loves highlight. He's one of those fire starters. He'll highlight when fans are not happy with his work and say people are just too uptight and should relax and wait for the story to tell itself. And it's like, you don't really understand the difference between Marvel and DC fans, do you?
Well, see, I actually really like Young Justice, though. See, that's the thing. I feel like because, I mean, even at Marvel, it was the same thing. And we talked about this a lot on Frontline, is that when he would do so many books, there would be one book that would be really good, and everything else would just kind of fall by the wayside. And I feel like right now that's Young Justice. I think Young Justice is good, and everything else is just kind of there.
I feel like Young Justice, his Ginny Hex stuff was good. I don't like what he did with Tim. Again, this is just Bendis trying to make a mark. So while I don't agree with what he did with Tim, and I think Drake is the stupidest idea that I've ever seen for that poor character, he's gone through so many changes throughout the years.
Yeah,
I feel like that could be undone a lot quicker than like the stuff he's doing with Superman and I haven't read Batman Universe, Mike, but I have heard good things about Batman Universe as well.
I haven't read that either.
I have heard good things about it.
I mean, I don't mind him changing Tim Drake's name because Red Robin, there's a bunch of Robins running around. I get that. I understand that. You want Damian to be Robin, and you don't want to take away from that. I get that. But as cool of a name as Drake is, it's actually his last name, and that's why it doesn't work. That's the only reason I think it doesn't work, is because
that's worse than putting glasses on somebody and slicking their hair back and expecting the world not to realize it's the same person.
Yeah, it's like he already runs around with Batman. You know he's a former Robin, and now you're calling him Drake, and you know Bruce Wayne has a ward named Tim Drake. It's like, what?
I mean, the DC universe would have to be quite stupid.
Yeah.
And at this point, I feel like that's what's happening with the DC universe, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah. So, yeah, Event Leviathan, didn't love the reveal, didn't love the conclusion, and it was a non-conclusion because, like you said, the story's continuing into action, and that kind of makes this whole setup. It's like
skippable. If you're not reading action, it's skippable completely.
Yeah, and it's like, what was the reason to even read this? Because we didn't get anything really
except the reveal.
Except for a lot of people that are supposed to be really smart accusing a lot of the wrong people over and over again, and then never finding out who the actual person was until it was already revealed to Superman. That's not how you do a mystery. I'm sorry. Whatever. Moving on.
Aren't Tim Drake's parents still alive? Yes. Tim Drake's parents are alive, but Tim, the background story with Tim becoming Robin was he put 2 and 2 together and figured out who Batman was and who the original Robin was. And when Jason Todd died and Batman didn't want Robin and he was going down a dark path, he went to Dick and said, look, I know. I figured it out. And he showed how he did the math and everything. And what?
No, I think he's saying that because I called him that Bruce
Wayne.
Yeah, which he's not technically.
You know, Bruce did take him under his wing.
Yeah.
And did like act like Tim was his ward, but Tim's parents were still alive. It was kind of like it's hard to explain. It's like Tim had his parents, but at the same time he also had backing, kind of like Iron Man and Peter Parker, except pretend that Aunt May is really Peter's mother. You know what I mean? It's like Tim still had his family, but Bruce was putting him under his wing and you know, bringing him up with the parents, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, he still went to like all those fancy events with all the other guys and everything. So
I feel like after Dick and Jason, they had to get creative, so they had Tim, and then after Tim, it's like, hey, Batman, you have a son.
Yeah, it's like finally after all these other kids, you got your own.
Exactly. So
that's funny.
We don't need any more Robins after that. I mean, the Robins thing during the New 52. I mean, if anything, we got the signal out of it. Let's stop now. If I've learned anything, we have enough Robins now. Let's just move forward with what we have.
Yeah. Well, no, we only have one Robin now, Chris, because we have Nightwing, and one that he's not even Nightwing now.
He'll be back. They did say that in 2020, Nightwing will be coming back into the fold.
We've got Rick Grayson. We've got the Red Hood.
By chance, did you read the Nightwing annual?
No.
It's revealed why Rick Grayson doesn't want to remember his past life. And spoiler, but I would say go back and look at it. The Court of Owls caught on to what happened and purposely made it so that Dick didn't come back so that they could take him and make him into a Court of Owl.
A Talon or whatever?
Talon. Yeah, basically now the Talon is going to come in and try to convert him into a Talon. And that's what's going to bring back. It's all their fault, basically, that Dick Grayson didn't come back when he should have.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. That's weird. Remember when they tried to bring Carrie Kelly into the mainstream universe? Very brief.
I was just going to say that briefly. And we don't talk about that ever again.
Right, exactly. So, yeah. That's that. That
was our comic talk, everyone. Now, let me just end this on a positive.
Yeah.
Thing is with DC Comics, I want nothing but the best for DC. Again, and I'll say this until I'm blue in the face. I grew up in the DC universe. I grew up with the DC universe. And now, even on the cusp of dropping the one book I swore I'd never drop, I still want nothing but the best from DC Comics. I just want good stories, good character development, more than one writer on 10 different books, and just a cohesive universe like we had before the New 52 hit. I feel like things were at least a little bit better before New 52. Maybe things were a little bad because I know they were aging the characters super, super quick. If you remember, the Justice League had Dick Grayson, Batman, and Wonder Girl, as I think they were going to call her Wonder Woman, and Cyborg. Basically, the Teen Titans became the Justice League.
Right.
So, if anything, yes, the de-aging needed to happen, but the whole New 52 thing, it could have been done without. We could have done without that. We could have had an event, a mini crisis event or something that kind of rehashed or restarted a few things without going into all this. Ever since New 52, I feel like DC's struggling to get back on track, and Rebirth was their glimmer of hope that slowly dimmed once the word Rebirth disappeared off of all their comics.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Let's see. Where I just saw something. What about Deceased getting a sequel? We will be talking about that on Frontline Live. I mean, on Comic Book Weekly. Old habits. Comic Book Weekly, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. And it's a no-brainer that it was because everybody loved Deceased.
Well, except me.
Oh, you didn't like Deceased? Oh, that's right. No, you didn't.
No, I dropped it after issue 1.
That's right. Well, it's the audience, the niche audience that like the zombies or like the dark kind of like tales. I like the dark tales. Have you read the Tales from the Dark verse?
I haven't yet. I wanted to. I wanted to read them both. Both of them.
Oh, there's 3 now. There's the Death of Superman. There's Batman, Nightfall, and there's now this week brought out Blackest Night. Oh my God!
Oh, there's a Blackest Night one?
Blackest Night and Death of Superman are 2 of my favorites right now.
Yeah, I missed that. I didn't even realize that came out. Okay, I might have to go check that out because Blackest Night's like one of my favorite events of all time.
Oh, you'll love it. Oh, yeah. It's like literally now it's the dark verse. It's the opposite.
Yeah, of course.
Universe. Oh man, you're gonna love it. I'm not gonna spoil any of it for you. You got to read it. All 3 you definitely should read. I think you'll love it.
I want to know what you mean by this, Tevi. Did Bendis ruin Doomsday Clock? Bendis has nothing to do with Doomsday Clock. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I doubt DC would commit to the idea, but I would like to see that for a few years.
What's that? The Dark Universe? Or what?
What idea, Mike? The one where the Teen Titans became the Justice League? The one that they stopped? Right?
Oh, maybe that's what he was talking about because that was his last comment.
Maybe. I think that's what he meant.
Oh, because Tevi said because
no, they
brought back the Legion.
Yeah, no, they put him as the writer for the book. DC decided to bring back the Legion on their own, and then they made him the writer for that series. That was doing.
But he's talking about because the Legion characters appear in Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, Saturn Girl.
Yeah, the continuity is all over the place with Doomsday Clock, but that has nothing to do with Bendis ruining it. It has to do with John's being, or John's and the artist. Who's the artist? Gary Frank. Being really late with it.
I love Sammy in this picture. I'm sorry to interrupt that, but I love the way Sammy looks in this picture so much.
Yeah. Mike Manhattan says, yeah, the Teen Titans as the Justice League and Dick Grayson as Batman.
I was okay with that.
I was too.
I wasn't so upset that I was like, we need to reboot the universe now. It had its time, and they could have easily just stepped down and step back into their original roles again. It's not like it had to stay set in stone.
I wouldn't even mind if they just did like this separate line for a year that was like into the future a little bit. That was where all the young heroes had come up and taken over.
Oh, yeah.
I would actually read that. That would be fun.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's just, DC decided they wanted to do this 52. They did. It failed. They did Rebirth. It brought people back. And now we're kind of, I wouldn't say we're back to the fail. We're kind of at that middle ground where some people are happy again and some people aren't. I'm in middle ground. I'm honestly in middle ground. I'm not as angry like Tevye is that he thinks that everything's been ruined, but I feel like a lot of stuff has been thrown out of order.
Yeah, and when I look at what I'm reading, it's like I've dropped a lot of DC books that I was reading that I was excited about. Like I'm not reading Flash anymore. I'm not reading Superman books. I just dropped. I was on Comic Book Weekly, so I didn't get to say that Lois Lane. I dropped that after this last issue.
I dropped her a while ago. I'm just finishing off the miniseries and the maxi series, and
and Batman I'm not really enjoying. So it's like all these flagship titles of DC that I'm just not into. Green Lantern, we won't even talk about that. And so it's like the only stuff I'm really enjoying is like Teen Titans and Young Justice and those younger heroes. It's weird what's going on with DC right now.
And to answer Mike Manhattan's question now, what happened to the Earth 1 books? I don't know. I do have every single one of them. I think I'm missing Wonder Woman. I love Superman Earth 1. I don't want to say loved, but let me put it this way. I loved all the Earth 1 books. Superman was my favorite, followed by Batman and concluding with Wonder Woman. I've read them all. And there was actually a Green Lantern one, too. They did Green Lantern Volume 1, and I liked that book as well. I don't know. After Green Lantern, they just stopped talking about Earth 1, and it sucks because I really wanted more all around. Another Batman volume, another Superman volume. I wanted Wonder Woman to catch up to Batman and Superman. I wanted Green Lantern to catch up to Batman and Superman. I guess the fans weren't there for it, unfortunately.
Well, I haven't read a single one of them, so I'm one of those that wasn't there. As Lisa starts the action. Huh?
I have the statue of Earth 1 Superman. I don't know if you can see it, but it's up there. It's the one where he's got like a fist forward.
Okay. Yeah, because you're in the small screen right now. I definitely couldn't see it. Lisa's starting the actual flatting process. I was say. Let's see. What did you guys think about Flash by Francis Manapul? I really enjoyed his run. Mike Manhattan says, I liked parts of it. I didn't like all of it.
Same.
I didn't like I liked that's the run that had like a bunch of people in the city got Flash powers, right? Yeah, I like that. It was one of those runs though that I would drop it for an arc and pick it back up, kind of thing. I don't remember exactly all of it, but
I need to read the first. First of all, hello, Real Manos.
Yeah.
Second of all, I read the first Superman Earth 1. Wasn't interested to pick up the rest. Some fans didn't like it. I take it as it's an Elseworld tale. The second. See, the thing was, a lot of people did not like the first volume, came back for the second, liked the second, and then the third one kind of was 50-50. Personally, if I had to rank them in order, the first volume would probably be a little bit lower on that list because it's very different. It was a very different retelling of Superman. It's kind of like the way Year One just went with the Black Label. So I think I'm trying to remember. Volume 3 was good, and I like Volume 2. So I would say Volume 1 would kind of be at the bottom of that list.
Yeah. I don't know.
We talked a lot about comics.
Yeah.
So. Is there anything else you'd like to add since you weren't at Frontline? Oh, God. Comic book review?
I know. You're doing it, too. Let's see. What else? What other books came out? I'm trying to remember what my top 5 was, actually. I don't know if you guys read off my top 5 or not.
I don't. I was out because of Power and.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot your Power went out. I know I sent them to you guys, but I don't know, like if anybody read them off. Hold on, I'm gonna pull them up real quick.
Are you guys looking forward to this year's Claws one shot? Absolutely.
Yes, that's something.
Go ahead, Brant. That's something.
Oh, sorry, I'm hearing myself. Hold on. There we go.
Is it me?
No, I'm sorry. I have the YouTube video open in another window, and I accidentally clicked on it, and it started playing.
Okay.
So I was like, wait a minute. Why am I hearing myself talk? That was funny. Well, I mean, Young Justice was my number 1, so I kind of talked about that already. I really enjoyed the Jenny Hex origin stuff. I thought that was good. Undiscovered Country. Did you guys talk about that?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. That's Mike and Kat had done a video for it because we couldn't be there last week. And I thought it was a decent story. It was an interesting story, deconstruction of the United States, whereas the United States is completely walled off because some kind of virus attacked the world. And this group of people are brought to the actual what's left of the United States, and they get attacked. It was a fun opening. Let's see. Was there anything else that stood out for me this week in comics or last week in comics? I think a lot of it was middle of the road for me. I thought this issue. I want to see if you agree with me or not, because we've both gone back and forth on this book. I thought this issue of Justice League, this last issue of Justice League, was really good, in comparison to recent issues.
Which one? I'm sorry.
Justice League.
We did talk about that for a bit. Sweet was mentioning about how, well, Tevye mentioned that a new Crisis is coming to DC that's going to kind of do what Crisis on Infinite Earth did, and I was explaining to him I don't think it's going to be on that magnitude. Then Sweet was mentioning also that, yes, it's going to be on that magnitude, that, it's leading into a multiverse crisis. I still feel like it's going to just be an event. There's going to be ramifications like always. But the universe is going to go, for the most part, unchanged. there'll be little minor changes, but nothing super big,
Yeah. I've been kind of falling off of it, and I've been really bored with Justice League.
Yeah, me too, but I'm reading it for the event.
But this issue I thought was really good.
Go
ahead.
I kind of felt a little. I like the parts that made me think Crisis on Infinite Earth, where Perpetua was destroying worlds, like the Gaslight Batman universe.
Yeah, I was sad about that.
Yes, I liked that. I liked the where we're going, but heavy dialogue really just made things rough.
See, it didn't feel heavy this time to me. I thought there were a lot of emotional beats with the characters and Shayera realizing how bad she messed up and all that kind of stuff. I thought there were a lot of those kind of moments that really stood out to me. And then you have the epic feel of worlds being destroyed, universes being destroyed, and that kind of thing.
Which bring back those feelings of Christ.
Right. So I enjoyed it. It was in my top 5, actually.
Was this in my top? No, it just fell out of my top 5, actually.
Gotcha. I think it was it's my number 3.
I think it would have been my number 6 or 7. I don't really remember all my books from last week now because I've got all this week's books now in my head.
Did you like X-Force and New Mutants?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes to X-Force, no for New Mutants.
New Mutants was I know we were giving Kat a hard time about it because she liked it. I thought it was better than I thought it was when I just skimmed it. When I actually read it, I thought there were a couple of moments throughout it that were kind of funny. I didn't like the moments that she liked. She liked the stuff with what's her name? Colossus' sister, Magic. She liked the stuff with Magic. I liked the stuff with Mondo. I thought that stuff was funny. Mondo and Cypher. But aside from that, I was really bored by New Mutants. X-Force I thought was pretty good, though.
I loved X-Force. I'm coming back for issue 2 for that. New Mutants is on my chop block.
Tibby asked, did you guys... Oh, no, that's not...
Mike Manhattan asked, did you guys see the new Sonic the Who?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to click.
Oh.
Did you guys see The Mandalorian? I have not watched it yet. Yeah. Lisa and I are going to...
No, you first. Go ahead.
Lisa and I are going to watch it Saturday. I think new episodes drop on Friday, so we figured at this point we would just watch 2 back-to-back. So.
Gotcha. I have not yet. Funny story, actually, with me. The first show I watched ever since getting Disney Plus, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, episode 1. I loved it, and I know Lisa liked it too because she was talking about it on Facebook with me. It's just one of those shows where he was talking about sneakers for the first episode and how the world values it so much. And I loved it. For some reason, this is like, yes, this is a series we need that should be on TV that everybody should watch. So Disney has a lot of really great ideas for this streaming service, but it kept me engaged all 27 minutes of it. I loved it. It just kept me attached. Huh?
You want to know what the first thing Lisa and I watched on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
The first episode of Lizzie McGuire.
See, at least I can be proud of what I watched.
See, I had never seen the show, and Lisa liked it growing up. She really liked it, so she wanted me to watch it. So I'd never seen Lizzie McGuire, so I watched the first episode, and then we watched the first episode of Darkwing Duck. Because
I still gotta watch that.
Actually, here's my problem with it. It actually wasn't the first episode, but it's listed as the first episode.
Yeah, they did that with the Spider-Man 90 series too. They took the one of the sagas towards the end and put part 10 as the first episode.
Yeah, what they did with Darkwing is they took the 2-part pilot and put it as like episodes 29 and 30. It's like, so now it's kind of a flashback in the middle of the series. It's like weird. I don't know what it opened up with him with Bushroot, an episode about Bushroot. It's like, what?
They must have put it out of order by mistake.
No, I looked it up. I Googled it, and that's actually what they did. They took that pilot and just like buried it in the middle of the series for some reason. It's weird. Okay. I don't know why they did that.
But yeah, I agree with what Alan says here. Disney Plus, the best thing ever.
Sorry.
It's okay. I've watched more. I thought it was me at first because I've been double clicking. So I'm going to let you do the clicking for right now because I think it's me also. I've watched more of Disney Plus in the past 3 or 4 days than I have DC, not counting when Teen Titans and Doom Patrol came out, and that's a year's worth already. The first thing I watched on Disney Plus was Steam. Oh my God! Yes, Real Manos, I watched that. And did you know? I'm sure he does. Did you know, Brant? The original Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is on there.
Yeah, just
black and white.
Yeah, just like the first 5 episodes, though.
I can live with the first 5 for now.
Yeah, I looked. We wanted to see if they had both, like the old one and the newer one, from like the 90s that like Brittany and Christina and all them were on. But it was just the first 5 episodes of that one. But yeah, it's on there.
I'm hoping they add there was a cartoon series, House of Mouse.
Yeah,
I hope they add that. I don't know if it's there. Is it there? I don't think it is. House of Mouse. I didn't see it. But after watching The World According to Jeff Goldblum, I watched an episode of Spider-Man, the first. I watched The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, the first Treehouse of Horror. For some reason, I love Treehouse of Horror.
People are complaining about Simpsons being on there, you know?
I'm not. I'm very happy. I only have season 1, 25, and I think 1 in the middle of 25 and season 1. I want Simpsons.
They're not. That's the weird thing. I thought that's the reason they were complaining. Lisa explained this to me. The reason they're complaining is the way that they formatted it.
The square.
I don't know if it's the square or it's the cuts. It's like it does the cut thing instead of doing the smooth. I don't know. Maybe that was what she was talking about. She can message me and correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it was the square thing because with Darkwing Duck it had the bars. But Rescue Rangers was white. They reformatted it, so I don't know.
Oh, so maybe some of them they reformatted, some of them they didn't.
Yeah, and I will say this. One thing I found, at least on I was doing it on the PlayStation, is the app, the version of the app I was using. And, she said it cuts some of the picture off on The Simpsons.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll fix that, I'm sure, at some point.
One thing I did notice was they don't have all the shows categorized properly. So like if you go into A to Z, we could not find the original DuckTales or Tailspin.
I couldn't either. I went to cartoons and
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You go to animation. Yeah, you go to animation and it's there. So they need to work on their tagging and get everything. They got some bugs to fix, but yeah, she said the way it cuts the pictures off, it ruins some of the sight gags.
Oh, okay. You want to answer this one, Brant?
Which Spider-Man does Disney Plus have? Is it the 90s one?
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah, they have that one.
The 80s Spider-Man, Spider-Man from the 90s, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man Unlimited, any Spider-Man cartoon from present day back.
They also have... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I was going to say they also have Spider-Woman.
Yep.
And they have both Fantastic Fours. They have Hulk. They have X-Men Evolution and X-Men Wolverine and the X-Men. They have Guardians of the Galaxy and Rocket and Groot. Mm-hmm. So they got all kinds of Marvel.
They have the Avengers and they have X-Men Evolution, which they're still missing certain DVD sets. X-Men Evolution stopped. They stopped producing DVDs. They stopped not just producing, they didn't finish making the seasons on DVD. So now we have the full collection with the Disney streaming service and you could download the episodes also, which is awesome.
Tibia said, "Where's Spectacular Spider-Man? Is that the one that was on MTV?"
I think so. I think that it might be under contract somewhere else.
Yeah.
A few movies actually that I have, like Mr. Harlan's Opus, Mary Poppins Returns. Those are 2 movies. Mr. Harlan's Opus will not be available until late 2020 because it's under contract somewhere else. And Mary Poppins Returns, same thing, except January of 2021, we won't be getting that. So they do have shows. They just don't have the contracts for them yet. They have to wait till they expire on Netflix and other streaming services. But if you have the streaming service that has it, you could always go over there and watch it until its contract is up, and then it'll all be nice and tight with Disney.
Yeah. One thing we might be talking about on Comic Book Weekly is that Netflix and Nickelodeon are now teaming up.
Yes.
So.
They even have the Avengers cartoon from the 90s. I saw that.
No one remembers it. Yeah.
It's not great, but I remember it.
I remember it. Yeah.
I remember that. So Disney Plus is just it's an amazing app. I've been loving it. I really have. Treehouse of Horror, like I said, I'm gonna probably end up binging The Simpsons at some point too. But Mandalorian is the next show. As soon as I can dedicate an hour, because it's 47 minutes long, that's the next show on my list of things that I want to watch. But like Brant said, I think episode 2 came out today. Then
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
Thursday.
All right. Okay. Sorry, yeah.
Today's Thursday. Yeah. So yeah. If Lisa was correct in that, it comes out tomorrow. Man, I was gonna say something. I totally lost it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't know. It'll come back to me later.
But yeah, Disney streaming service definitely excellent. I'm happy that I got it, and honestly,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I can't wait for the Marvel shows to come out. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes. And honestly, I was debating dropping DC streaming service, but I got an email today for people who subscribed with that 1 year, who pre-ordered with the 70 with the 13 months. Yeah. They're giving a discount to everyone who subscribed. So instead of it being $75 for the next year, it's only $60. So I was like, okay, it's a video game price. I'll bite the bullet and do one more year. But if I continue to not watch it, this will be my last year with DC Comics, honestly.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched Gravity Falls?
There we go. The
full series is on there, and it's amazing. No, but under your recommendation, Manos, I will actually put it on my watch list.
I have never watched it either. What?
They have bed knobs and broomsticks on there.
I know.
I loved it. When I saw that, I was like, bookmarked and definitely for later.
Yeah, absolutely. I want Lisa to watch that. She's never seen it.
Lisa's never seen it?
No, she's never seen it. I actually watched it for the first time at school. We were all in the gymnasium. Like, they brought in the entire school when I was in grade school, and we watched it in the gymnasium on a projector.
I can't believe Lisa, that's it. Your homework tonight, you got to watch that movie. You will love it. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't tell you, I watched it when I was a kid so many, with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and what was that other movie I watched with it? There was another one. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, and there was another one that broke the barrier between reality and cartoon.
Was it the one with Don Knotts?
Yes.
The Incredible Mr. Limpet or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And of course, Mary Poppins, but that's Mary Poppins.
And then, later, Roger Rabbit.
Oh, Roger Rabbit. So we're going into the whole, and we're not sponsored by Disney, but shit, man, I love Disney. I love this app.
Well, we're definitely not sponsored by them now.
Shoot, man, I love Disney.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, they say bad words in the Avenger movies, and those are on the Disney Plus app.
That's true. Man, this is true. They had like every single Herbie movie ever made on there. Wait.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Return to Oz is there?
Really?
I didn't see Return to Oz. Pardon me a moment while I type this in and get it on my watch later list.
That's the one with
Brant.
That's the one with the key, right?
Yes, I love Return to Oz.
I saw that in the theater when it came out with my Nana. She took me to see it. I remember.
I feel like Dorothy was Dorothy in Return to Oz. The other one was like everybody was older. Dorothy was supposed to be this young girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be transparent here. I used to fast forward the beginning because I thought it was so boring and it's like, I don't care. And I'd get right to the part where they fall into the stream, and then it takes them back to Oz.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to see about you're mentally incapable? We're gonna put your head in this machine, and it's gonna mess with your brain.
Yeah.
This was science back in the 70s, or 80s, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna stick your head in a machine and fix you. It doesn't work that way.
It's not a Disney movie, but it's probably one of the studios they own.
The studios that works with Disney did do that Oz, yes.
Maybe it was it MGM or was it another one?
Jesse, yes, the Wheelers was it was MGM. That's it, Brent. It was MGM, and MGM is part of the Disney. Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen that Oz. Lisa, how can you call yourself? Well, it's MGM. I'll give you that one. It's MGM, and the Muppets were MGM too. So, and they're on the Disney stream.
You've never seen that one with the Sprinkle people, they in the desert and the quicksand and all that.
I'll tell you the truth. For a kid movie, there were nightmare.
Yeah,
created moments. I had nightmares.
Yeah. I
had nightmares of certain things that I saw in that movie, and it's a G movie, or was it a PG movie?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I think it's PG.
Okay, Return to Oz is going on the list too.
Yes, that has to go. Oh man! Thank you, Manos. That's another movie that I now have, and I'll probably watch it. But man, I always skip the beginning because who gives a crap?
That's what they're called, JLS. Yeah, the Wheelers. That's it. I couldn't think
of how much Brent listens. I literally highlighted and said that comment.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. I was reading Lisa's comment and I was trying to find the Oz thing. I'm sorry. I missed it. But
no, the actress that played Dorothy in Return to Oz grew up to play Nancy in The Craft.
What? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay. Mind blown.
And the princess with
all the severed heads. Yes. It was a creepy movie, Lisa.
She was, but she was the reason why everything went. No, she wasn't. She was working for the person that turned everybody to stone in Oz. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not giving any more away because Lisa must watch this.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's crazy. Please answer. Okay. Please answer. Can we please get good Marvel animes? We would love it.
I'm not answering that because we are going to be getting that.
Oh, yeah. That's her. Hey, what's up, Brent?
Oh.
Brent Irwin in the house. Thank you for watching, man. Yeah, Fairuza Balk. I could picture her face.
Did I get an introduction, Brent, to who Brent is?
Brent is he
stole your name and changed your A to an E.
Yeah, he did. He totally did. I don't want to get information wrong. I know he used to run some comic shops in the Dallas area, if I'm not mistaken.
Brent, that's awesome. I always wanted to own a comic shop. That's a dream. It's a dream. One of the millions of dreams I have.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all comic fans have that dream at some point.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Brent, welcome in, my friend. Welcome. It's always good to see new faces on the Chris and Brand show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved her too. Growing up, Return to Oz, she was a perfect Dorothy actress, in my opinion. I thought.
Yeah, wait.
Sorry, I meant. I'll stop.
There we go. Collected Comics and Games. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking collected, and I didn't want to say it wrong. So thanks for correcting me there. And Ape Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Ape Entertainment.
And you're welcome. You are welcome here. Every new person who watches is always welcome because we love bringing new people into the show because we talk about a wide variety of things. Right now, we're talking Disney Plus. We talk comic books, and I'm sorry. I think the Disney Plus app, it's a permanent mainstay like Netflix. And if they ever make an AEW one, I will be doing AEW as well on there. I'm sorry, I got dinged, so I wanted to check. I'm gonna leave that comment. I'm going to leave that alone.
I wanted to mention because Lisa Moore is coloring this Celestial Falcon postcard, and she did a little bit of work for Ape back in the day. So it's kind of funny that Brent would drop in.
Oh, you know what, Alan? This is the perfect time to switch over to the game discussion. Please, nobody leave. I hope everybody will still stick around because we're going to talk games, and then we're going to try out. I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm going to be leaving you for one moment to show on bigger cameras. Brent and I are going to be
why don't we go ahead and do that now? We're like in the middle, right?
Because Alan asked a question about or mentioned something.
Okay, go ahead. We'll do the question first then. That's fine.
Yeah. Then we'll go right into this. We could, segue from the statement to this. So everybody, please stick around. We're going to be talking games, and then we're going to go into some other really cool stuff. So Jedi Fallen Order comes out tomorrow. I'm getting that. And the same exact day that Jedi Order comes out, which is tomorrow, Pokemon Sword and Shield is being released. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't care. I'm getting it anyway. I love Pokemon. So I'm always going to play a Pokemon game when it comes out. So Pokemon's coming out. I'm excited about that. And then we also have Jedi, the Jedi Order, which is cool. This takes place right after episode 3. The Jedis have been considered outlaws, and anybody who comes into contact with one is supposed to report it to the Empire, and they're supposed to be eliminated. You play a Jedi who gets found out. Darth Vader's in it. There's a lot of really cool stuff. The animation, and yes, it's EA, but this is a single-player game, and how much can EA really screw up a single-player game? Don't answer that. I want to play the game first, and then I'll answer it for all. But yeah, I'm excited. And then we did have Xbox XO19 come out, but we're going to stop with XO19. We'll talk about that in a moment as I move my mic over and move my bowl closer to me. We're going to taste test now Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Let's do it. Let's be kids again. We've talked about old cartoons.
Wait. What cereals did you eat as a kid outside of Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios? Because I think every kid had that, unless parents didn't like Cheerios or whatever.
Honeycombs, Cocoa Puffs, and Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh, no.
Favorites?
Oh, no.
What?
I know what this smells like already. It smells like, did you ever have Trix?
Yeah, Trix. Yeah, definitely. Silly rabbit. Chicks
I tuned in at the right time. Yes, JD, you did. JD, the Media Jack. Because we're going to be doing this, and then we're going to be doing video game talk.
It kind of smells like Fruity Pebbles, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
But you can smell the sour.
One in your mouth and have it dry. I'm taking 2.
They do start off sour.
Yeah, but not really too sour.
Mm-mm.
It's like Trix, but with like a little tang to them.
But that's eating just one. Think about a whole spoonful.
Well,
let's do it.
One way to find out, right?
Oops, spilling it on myself. Just a little bit, not a whole lot.
I didn't do a whole lot. I'm actually gonna have some, fresh in the milk, and then I'm gonna let them soak for a bit and see how it tastes again.
Yeah, good idea.
I have milk, JD. I will show it.
I'm pouring my milk into my bowl now.
I have milk.
I have milk as well.
It's never accurate without milk. Yes, of course it's never accurate without milk. So.
Here we go.
All right.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready. I got it.
Okay, I'm trying to get it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I feel the sour.
That's a weird sensation when you're trying to eat cereal.
This is definitely not something I have in the morning.
No.
I feel like my milk went sour.
This is so weird. This doesn't feel right.
I like it.
This is strange. I don't know what to feel.
Feel what you feel.
This does not feel like breakfast. When it starts to get sweet, it's not bad, though.
But at that first bite, yeah. You can make Lisa come in and try a spoon.
She told me no.
It's not that bad.
Mike asks Chris, think your son will like it?
Oh, yeah. He'll eat it dry, though, because he doesn't usually like having cereal like this with milk. He'll have Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios. We had chocolate Cheerios once. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch in milk. Cereal like this? No. He doesn't like cereal like this in milk. He'll only have it dry. And honestly, I think this tastes better dry. In milk, it just feels weird.
Yeah, exactly. Dry, it's fine.
In milk, it feels weird.
And he says, what was the worst cereal you had as a child? That is an interesting question.
Raisin Bran.
I loved Raisin Bran as a kid, actually.
I'm trying to think if there was something. No, I ate it, and I liked it, but I'm talking about my lowest ranked. I don't know if I hated any.
Grape Nuts. I hated Grape Nuts.
Never had that.
I did not like Grape Nuts. They were too hard and they didn't have a whole lot of flavor.
I feel like my mom always only bought the cereal we liked, so it's hard to. I love the Fruity Pebbles. I like chocolate. I ate the chocolate Pebbles mostly. Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, I loved them. Honeycomb, Lucky Charms,
Apple Jacks,
Trix, Apple Jacks. You know what? Bring Apple Jacks down to the bottom. Apple Jacks is the lowest. I like Raisin Bran more than Apple Jacks because of the raisins.
I even liked Wheaties. I mean, I put a ton of sugar on them.
I didn't have Wheaties till later.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Greatness is probably the best. I mean, if you want to consider oatmeal a cereal, I've never been an oatmeal fan. So I'd say
oatmeal, not cereal.
Yeah, I know.
love oatmeal.
You could use Jack Daniels instead of milk next.
Next, you know what? I'm going to save this box. We're going to have Jack Daniels.
That's checks. That stuff lied. They lied. Never gets soggy. The funny thing
about M&Ms, if you think about M&Ms, they lied too. They always melt in your hands.
The funny thing is, I absolutely love Chex. Rice Chex is my favorite. I like soggy cereal though, so I'm weird anyway. But you know.
Oh boy. So, with that being said, I would give it dry. I would say 5 out of 5. It's an enjoyable treat. It's like eating the candies. In milk, because of the weird taste you get when you first put it in your mouth, and honestly, it's making my gums hurt a little bit because of the sour. I have to give it like a 3 out of 5.
I'm gonna go 2 and 4.
I've had Rice Krispie Treat cereal. I loved it.
Did you? I don't like Rice Krispie Treats, let alone the cereal. No, they actually
on the show right now.
They're okay. I'm not a big marshmallow guy, but they're okay. But with milk, they taste weird. So I totally get that. That's weird. Let's see. Alan asks.
I want to do
sorry.
this.
Go ahead. All right, click it. Go. Apple Jacks and Cinnamon Toast Crunch wasn't released to Canada until I was an adult. Wow, really?
Oh man, you missed out on good childhood stuff there.
Yeah, I ate both.
Toast Crunch. Apple Jacks is lower on my list.
This is interesting. The factoid or whatever. Golden Grams was another favorite of mine, by the way.
I didn't have Golden Grams a lot.
The off-brand that they sell at Walmart of Golden Grams and Cinnamon Toast Crunch is better than the name brand stuff, I think.
Stop and Shop also does off-brands that taste a little bit better at times.
Yeah.
So,
Honey Nut Cheerios is my favorite. Okay.
Moving back to Alan's question now.
So, question, guys: will Disney Plus overtake Netflix as the #1 streaming service, or will this new deal with Nick and Netflix try to help compete with it?
I don't know. I feel like Netflix is just Netflix. I feel like it's kind of like the way Steam is right now. Netflix was where you can get all of your movies and some of your TV shows you liked in one place. And then slowly they lost licenses, channels, and companies decided to open their own streaming services. So I feel like at some point, if companies don't start teaming with Netflix, we are going to lose Netflix because of all the other companies like Disney, like DC, like Marvel that are now moving into their own. Go ahead.
No, can finish your thought. Then
are moving into their own services, and I feel like Netflix will need more original series.
Yeah, that's kind of that. I'll piggyback right off that because that's what I was going to say. As long as Netflix is producing original content that people are loving, like Stranger Things, like the Sabrina show, and different shows, She-Ra, and things like that, where they're producing that original content, I think they'll be fine because Disney's obviously going to do Disney-owned properties
only, and Marvel.
Yeah, well, anything they own in their whole, Star Wars, Marvel, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, that's fine if you're fans of those products, but if you want something completely original and stuff, Netflix is still doing that, and they've built up their budget over time, and they've got They've got the Middle World stuff. They've got Nickelodeon now. They're doing all this cool stuff. They're doing Christmas movies even now, and all kinds of stuff. And they're bringing in big stars to do original projects left and right. So I think they're going to be fine. Honestly, I don't think it's really a competition. I think it's two different things.
It's like AEW and WWE. None of them are competing with one another. They're just alternatives. Exactly. Yeah. JD said, I got Disney Plus last night, watched Tron Legacy and Tailspin last night. I love Tron Legacy and I love Tailspin. Chip and Dale are next. You know, I'll tell you the truth. Again, Disney has two things that are the most important, in my opinion, when it comes to a streaming service. It hits the childhood with the cartoons and the movies and the cartoon movies, the animated movies that play into our childhood. It has new stuff that plays into our interests, like The World According to Jeff Goldblum, Mandalorian, and all the new Marvel stuff that's coming. That it's a successful streaming service, period. It's just a successful streaming service. It's not going to overtake anything, but it's successful, you know?
I will say so far, it's no offense to DC, but it's far better than DC Universe.
It's definitely leaps and bounds better than DC Universe. Honestly, I was going to cancel if not for the sale that I got.
And I mean, I'm not saying the content on DC Universe is bad. I like the content on there, but it's just, I don't know. The Disney Plus, I'm scrolling through it and I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this. DC Universe, I barely even look at anymore until there's the new season of Titans up there.
Exactly. And I'm honestly waiting until most of the season's done so I can binge it. I'm just not into this one episode a week thing for Titans. I feel like I just want to watch the whole series at once.
It's because it's a slower burn series.
Yeah.
I think.
Mandalorian's already getting nominated for awards and has a 9.1.
Wow. Awesome. Wow. I can't wait to watch it.
But yeah, going back now to gaming news, which here we go. People are walking away for 5 minutes for this. Xbox today did XO19, which is their own little version, or it's an expansion of their E3 conference, where now they're showing more world premieres, more video games that are coming in the coming year. They're talking about xCloud, which now you can play your Xbox games almost everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean your cell phone, your tablet, anywhere. They were talking about new projects. I'll list off the new projects. They were talking about games coming out for the Game Pass. People like me that have Game Pass Ultimate. They listed games for the rest of this year. They listed games for holiday of this year. And then they listed the beginning of 2020 games. And I missed some because they were listing them so fast. My fingers couldn't type fast enough. So for those of you Game Pass people, I'll list these off first since I talked about the Game Pass. This year, making me feel like I wasted my money on two of these games because now they're free on Game Pass. Rage 2 and Remnant are immediately, as of now, are available there. Ninjago is on there. It's a Lego game. The Talos Principle, Planetfall, Age of Empire 2 for PC are all available right now on Game Pass. Holiday season next month. Witcher, Wild Hunt. I'm happy because I want Witcher on Xbox. Darksiders 3 making me feel like, again, I bought Darksiders just for the statue at this point. Halo Reach. If you own the Master Chief Collection, Halo Reach is coming for free to you. 4K upgraded. And if you don't own the Master Chief Collection, you're getting Halo Reach for free with the Game Pass. My friend Pedro, Life is Strange, number 2. And then in 2020, you're getting Yakuza, 0, Kiwami, and 2. Final Fantasy 7 through 15. All of those games, 7 through 15.
Wow.
The classics. Minecraft Dungeon, when that's released, that's a new game. Grounded, when that's released, that's a new game. Flight Simulator, when that's released, that's a new game. Wasteland, Ori, and Bleeding Edge, another new game at release. So you've got 4 games at release that you are going to get if you own the Game Pass. And for people like me who are trying to budget on games, that's 4 games I don't have to worry about having physical copies for at launch at least. But this General glasses, polish range, new camo weapons. So other games that were mentioned, I'm going to go from beginning to end. Rare, people who made Sea of Thieves mentioned Everwild as a new game that they're going to be producing. Grounded, which is a really fun game. It has a Honey, I Shrunk the Kid vibe, and you're surviving, and you're kind of in this backyard, and the only way to survive and become big again is to survive in the backyard, so it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. West of Dead, the beta is out right now, and it's kind of like Ghost Rider meets the Wild West, and Ron Perlman is the voice of the game. Rust. Cool. You have to see the gameplay of that, Brent. You'll love it. Rust, PC favor game, is coming to Xbox in 2020. It's also coming to PlayStation in 2020. Kart Rider, which is kind of like Mario Kart without the copyrighted characters. Bleeding Edge, Planet Coaster, Tell Me Why, which is from the people who make Life is Strange. The Artful Escape, Project, then they talked about the Project xCloud. Drake Hollow, I mentioned about the Halo Reach 4K. Flight Simulator had a moment. Age of Empires 4. Crossfire X, which is a free-to-play game, is coming in 2020. Last Stop. Fortnite had a moment where they opened up a character pack. Minecraft Dungeons, which I mentioned already. All the Final Fantasy games. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 all the way through to 2.8 is going to be available on Xbox. And then they closed out the entire conference with Wasteland 3. I just did that. JD has it. They closed out the conference with Wasteland 3. And when Wasteland 3 was done, they mentioned Wasteland 3 2 will be on the Game Pass.
See, I'm happy about the Kingdom Hearts stuff. That's really cool that's coming to Xbox.
I thought the Final Fantasy stuff would also tickle your fancy.
Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. That's really cool. And I'm looking up this Everwild game because that name just stood out to me. And
it's like the graphics from Sea of Thieves, except you're thrusted into this fantasy world, and you have to survive.
Yeah, they're this article is comparing it to Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it now. It looks really good. There's all kinds of.
Brent says, "Have a good night, guys. It was fun watching Brent. It was a pleasure having you here. Hopefully you come back. Yeah. Definitely follow Brant and my personal channels. We do shows like this all the time. Dark Avengers C86, and I'm sure he knows your YouTube channel.
Yeah. Thanks for popping in, Brent.
Good seeing you, man. Brent. Stick around. I hope to see you on more live shows that we do.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
But no, Everwild is that's how they opened it, and it was really awesome. I liked that trailer a lot.
Yeah. For anybody out there, Rare did Banjo and Kazooie, so it's the creators of Banjo and Kazooie. That's cool.
I forgot. I'm so used to saying the people who make Sea of Thieves because that's what we were talking about 2 years. But yes, they made Banjo Kazooie as well.
They also did GoldenEye.
Yes, they did. I love GoldenEye.
Battletoads.
Man, that's nostalgia right there. N64 GoldenEye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm not a big shooter game guy, but man, I love GoldenEye. I played the heck out of GoldenEye.
And then they redid it for the Wii, but they took Pierce Brosnan out and put the current day 007 in, and they kind of ruined it a bit.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan to me was the best Bond.
Mike Manhattan asked, you guys played Outer Worlds. I did download it on Xbox. Again, came through with the Game Pass. I will be touching on that. They did talk a bit about Outer Worlds at the conference today. I'm looking forward to Outer World, playing that. Also, other games that recently came out that I'm looking forward to playing are Need for Speed Heat. I heard nothing but good things about it. No microtransactions in the game. I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare because it was on sale in one of my local stores, or else I wouldn't have got it. And then I also got Death Stranded because I've also heard nothing but good things about Death Stranded. Again, it's Kojima, and Kojima has really deep messages in his games. And I'm like, it's Norman Regis. Everybody's saying it's good. Let me pre-order it before it's too late. So I did. Do I regret it? We'll find out whenever I start playing it. But then now, like I said, tomorrow we have Jedi Fallen Order. That's the game I've been anticipating for a while, and Pokemon Sword and Shield. Man, now that cereal's hurting my throat after a while.
I know. I kept eating it. I'm just like over here dying.
I'm watching you eat it too. I'm like, okay, well, you just keep eating that.
Well, I don't want to waste it.
I mean, I wouldn't consider it wasting it if it was hurting my throat.
Oh man, the more you eat, the more sour it gets, I think.
Yeah, that's why I stopped, because I noticed that was what was happening. But I am looking forward to playing all of those games. I have other games. I have so many games. And the thing is, right now we're focusing heavily on the Kickstarter. And I'll throw this out there because I've talked to a few people about it. I actually talked to Brant about it too. My idea is this. 2019 was the year I wanted to make sure that I got the most creative. Like, I got all my creative thoughts out and started. And by the end of 2019, I will. We got Celestial's Deluxe Edition out. I feel like Shooting Star Universe started. I got a really awesome thing going on there. Newsletter is now added to Around the Fire, which is Last Ember Press's newsletter. We're going to have Shooting Star Presses starting up soon. So I feel like 2019 definitely got the dub of the year of creation for me, or I got the most creative this year. And there are still 2 projects that I'm working on. One that Brant is involved with JD. Another one that me and JD are doing. And Brant, I don't know if Brant's going to be like involved on a macro level, more of a micro level for the other thing.
I'm not even sure which other thing you're talking about.
Hold on.
Not the We Are thing, the other thing. Right?
That. Shared it.
Where did you share it?
Private chat over here.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, okay. Probably micro. Right?
Yeah. The other thing the thing that I said you, me, and JD are involved with, that's the other thing. That's the thing that we talked about yesterday.
We are the youth of a nation.
I'm gonna smack you. That's so hard.
I think Lisa's was the best.
When I finish the quote next week, then I won't have to deal with all the other Firestorm.
I thought it was funny. I have not played that Stranding. I have not played
the only one
lot
that I wanted to smack was you for NXT. That's the only reason I wanted it, because you said NXT. These made me laugh.
Are in NXT.
No, and we never will be. Let's just put that out there now. But I have 2 more projects I'm doing, and then next year, 2020, is all about expanding the audience, getting the audience involved in all of the projects that I started this year. And then hopefully maybe 2021, I'll be dragging Brant around to conventions with me. First, the Fig Newtons, then the car wash, then the world. Yes. Exactly in that order. In that order. A little bit more Fig Newtons.
Yeah.
A little bit more Fig Newtons, because I like Fig Newtons.
I like Fig Newtons too.
But yes, this is my year of, where I got the most creative. Next year is about building the audience for all the things I've created this year, or we've created this year, because Brant has been involved in many of those things with me. And then the year after that is getting into some conventions, hopefully.
Going back to the games real quick, West of the Dead, the way you were describing that sounds cool to me. I mean,
you like it.
And any Star Wars game, I'm down for. So.
Oh, you should see Jedi Fallen Order. I'm gonna probably try to stream that a little bit tomorrow.
Sweet. What is Drake Hollow about?
Drake Hollow. It was just a trailer. I have to rewatch it because it was super quick.
Yeah. Or what's the Artful Escape?
The Artful Escape. You are playing a guitarist, a female guitarist, who's on a very psychedelic trip. It's kind of like Abzu, or what was that other game that was very artsy? It's very psychedelic, but it's really awesome. It's like you're playing the guitar while you're running from point A to point B on the levels. It's just, I loved it. You have to watch the trailer for that.
Yeah, I've actually pulled it up now. I'm kind of watching it on mute as we're talking.
Yeah, it gets psychedelic a little bit. It's very Guitar Hero meets psychedelic level hopping.
Okay. Looks cool so far. But yeah.
Have I heard of the game called Concrete Genie?
I have not.
I have not either.
Concrete
Sounds
Genie.
familiar. Sounds familiar. It's a PS1 game.
Oh, wow.
It's an old game that I probably did play and I forgot about.
Oh, I see him sliding down hills with the guitar now.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah. Now he's on a talk show. It's different. That's weird.
Yeah, I can't believe I kind of forgot. I can't believe I kind of forgot the I'm gonna have to remember because I do want to do a video talking about all this. Last Stop was another horror game, I believe. Or it's I'm trying to remember though. I feel like I watched
Yeah, you can get Concrete Genie on the PS4. It looks like kind of like you're doing like really fancy graffiti or something.
Okay.
Now you can get digital or standard. Interesting.
Did you see Grounded? Did you look at the trailer for Grounded?
No. Concrete Genie, best action adventure game, Gamescom 2019. So maybe it's a new game. Maybe they redid it, or it's a new version. Grounded game.
Actually, Tevi just reminded me that's another game I have to play is Breakpoint.
Chris cares not for your Concrete Genie. I thought it looked cool. Chris is ignoring me.
No, I heard you. Concrete Genie. I'm sorry. I'm looking at chat also at the same time. I'm doing like 3 things at once. So I'm sorry. Concrete Genie, I've never played it. I'd have to look it up, but it is available. I heard you say on PlayStation 4.
It looks like a new game. It's nominated for awards this year.
This year?
Yeah.
I thought you said years ago. Okay, I didn't understand that part.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like you're spray painting some kind of fancy murals and graffiti and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Okay, I got to look that up.
Grounded looks like the kind of game I would play.
Yep.
Totally. This is my kind of game right here.
It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but in survival mode and to get back to being big again.
Yeah. It looks cool. I like it. It's kind of like, it's like that. And it's got like building functions like Fortnite. That's weird. And he's making his own armor and weapons and stuff. That's kind of cool.
Oh, wait, I remember Dark Hollow now. It's the same kind of thing as Grounded, except you're in this girl that gets sucked into another dimension, and then there are these other people that are with her, and you meet these little like animal things, and then you're taking care of them, trying to figure out how to get home, and then you have to protect them because there's these dark entities that come after them as well, and then you become warriors, and you see there's multiple different classes. That's what it was. Yeah. Took Grounded for me to remember.
Lisa, I know you're listening. I think you would like Grounded. I don't know if you could play it.
The art style I think she'd like, but I don't think she'd play it either because of the
camera.
Yeah. Chris, thoughts on state of Bethesda? Let me put it this way, Mike. I am in such between Bethesda and EA this year and the asinine things that they've been doing. Bethesda is one more stupid move away from me dropping my pre-order for Doom. And I don't even care that it's Doom because what they're doing with Fallout 76 makes me question if Doom is going to be any good anyway. Even though it's made by a different team, even though it's made, honestly, it's almost a completely new division in Bethesda. I don't like their practices, so I don't know if I'll be getting Doom. I still have it on pre-order, but Bethesda is losing faith with me faster than EA. Just because of the bullshit that they're doing. And I'm sorry for cursing, but there's just a lot of stuff. And EA has done a lot this year as well with their surprise mechanics.
Right. Gotcha. That sucks. Oops.
Let me see. Did you hear about the $100? Yes, I did hear about the $100 year subscription service.
For what?
Fallout 76, the game that they released broken, released a 1-year subscription fee for $100 where you get a private server, but you really don't. A box where you could store more stuff, but it doesn't store it. It deletes it. And a bunch of other little extras for $100 a year. And guess what, Brant? That's broken too.
Of course it is.
Yeah. They are. That's why Mike Manhattan was asking how I feel about Bethesda. That Fallout 76 and their practices with that are truly making it hard for me to want to keep my pre-order for Doom. Yeah. Making it very, very hard. And not to mention also, and I believe this was a Bethesda game, I was not happy with what was that other game? It came out recently. Wolfenstein. I think that was Bethesda also. I wasn't happy with Wolfenstein either.
Yeah. Tevi asked me what my opinion on was this. What my opinion was on the state of EA. I'm assuming you're talking the microtransactions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that before though. If they did it the way that you did it in mobile games, but most mobile games are free to play, so that's the difference. You know, we had a long conversation about that recently. I feel. And
JD, I did mention. I did mention that a little bit ago that it's a different team, and that's the only reason why I'm still holding on to my pre-order for Doom. But the company itself is making it very hard for me to want to back them. They're making it very, very hard.
Yeah.
But that was my gaming talk. So let's talk a little bit about AEW. And then we're going to talk about Celestial, and then we are going to get out of here because we've been here for almost an hour and a half already.
Yeah, so we were going to do a single show of AEW Aftershock just about the pay-per-view this past weekend, and it didn't work out, for various reasons. So we thought we'd touch on it a little bit here and then kind of tease it because we're going to do Aftershock tomorrow, and we'll talk about it in detail there. So I guess we just jump right to the insane Lights Out match.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, I'm going to sit back when I talk about this because just remembering it hurts my body. That was by far, and this is no insult to any wrestling match I've watched from AEW or anything from my past. Well, no, this is only for this year. This is no insult to any other match I've watched this year so far. But this match is my favorite match and honestly the match for me in 2019. Yeah. There is no beating this match between Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley.
Yeah, it was insane, man. This was, if you don't know what a Lights Out match, it's basically unsanctioned. It's a no disqualification match, but in AEW it means they go extreme, like 90s wrestling, like ECW wrestling, like everything can be used, like very bloody, very violent, that kind of level. And they don't do it a lot, but they do throw those in every once in a while. And you take your two of your biggest stars in the company and you put them in this kind of match to cap off your pay-per-view. And this match is amazing. Yeah, and this match has been building for months and months. And they finally do this, and oh my goodness. We're talking boards covered in mousetraps, broken glass, barbed wire bats and brooms, a barbed wire bed. If you want to call it that.
It was called a barbed wire spiderweb.
Barbed wire spiderweb. Mike Manhattan, my brother is a big wrestling fan. Is AEW on cable or do they have their own app? They are on TNT every Wednesday night. They got that TV deal a few weeks ago. I think this is like the 6th week, maybe?
7th. This was the 7th week. And if you missed it, they are on the TNT app. I do pray that next year AEW gets their own app, so this way we don't have to worry about pay-per-view prices for their pay-per-views, and we can watch everything and more on an AEW app. I'm praying we get that. I'm debating about the Ring of Honor app still, honestly, to watch Ring of Honor, but if AEW gets an app, I'm getting AEW immediately.
Yeah. But anywhere you can find TNT, they're on TNT. So, and their pay-per-views, they do their pay-per-views on regular pay-per-view television and also on the Bleacher Report.
Yep.
So it's BleacherReport.com or whatever their website is. They do it on there and in the internationally on Fight TV. So yeah, they're easy to find, and they also do their pre-shows for the pay-per-views free on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh,
so is AEW Dark. AEW Dark, which is the dark matches after AEW Dynamite, are also free, also on YouTube, and there's about 3 matches a week, and it's live every Tuesday.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, it's they're the new WCW in that way, just in terms of TV deal. Ted Turner wanted to get back into the wrestling business, so they made that deal with Tony Khan and got them on TNT, and so they got a 2-hour block. It's kind of like old Nitro, but different.
I find it
much different.
It is, and I find it so entertaining. It's nice to hear Tony Schiavone's voice again. The wrestlers, and yes, you call them wrestlers, not stars or superstars or whatever we call the WWE characters nowadays.
Yeah,
the wrestlers are amazing. I mean, you say names like Darby Allin, Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. These are, and Chris Jericho. These are names
and John,
okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say Jon Moxley, for anybody that knows WWE, is Dean Ambrose.
Right. These are big name wrestlers in the business. And more. Yeah. There are more. I can't stand here and list everybody to you. But DDP's in the back. Dean Malenko.
Cody Rhodes. You got to mention him.
Rhodes. Oh, well, of course. I mean, the Elite. Cody Rhodes, sure. And Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page. Cody Rhodes is kind of like the head VP of the whole thing.
If you have never seen Kenny Omega got huge in Japan. Man, he's a treat to watch. He's like, I don't know. He was like he's the one big superstar left that WWE never got their hands on, and you didn't know about if you weren't into the indie scene, and that's me. So I mean, and Darby Allin, man, that dude, he's
like a young version of Jon Moxley.
Yeah, he's so much better than he has any right to be because he's 23 years old. He comes from a completely different world. He's a skateboarder, a professional skateboarder, and he comes into this and he just picked it up and he is amazing in the ring. So, I mean, it's really cool. Let's see. Mike Manhattan says, you guys ever seen The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke? Yes, that is a fantastic movie.
Yes.
Love that movie. And JD.
Definitely watch AEW. Oh.
Yes, but AEW has better management than WCW. It isn't a bunch of ego-roid monkeys at the helm. Yeah,
exactly. And this is one of my complaints is that because the Elite are VPs of the business, they want to lose all the time instead of win. And it's kind of frustrating for a person like me that came up watching them in New Japan because Brant mentioned them to me. So before AEW started, I watched them in New Japan and Ring of Honor. And it's like, I want the same level of wins and losses, not, we're the VPs and we don't want to hear the fans say that we're writing it, that we always win, so we're going to lose more and we feel like the talent's better than us anyway. No, Young Bucks, you guys are still good. Kenny Omega, you guys have years, decades before you have to worry about being not good.
The problem is they're not winning at all.
That's the problem, yeah.
Oh, man, it's balanced in the wrong way, but yeah, no, see that match though, it was so brutal. I mean, afterwards, they showed Kenny Omega's back, and he's got
and his eye.
He had it. Yeah, his eye is like completely black. I mean, not like blue; it's like black, and he's got like this. It's about like this big. These
two lacerations on his back.
Lacerations on his back, and then tons of little small ones. Oh man, he got tore up.
The one thing I didn't like though that they were playing off here was that he's asking the doctor, what about Moxley? Did he have anything? He's like, no, he's fine. He was medically cleared and he's completely cool. I feel like that segment made Kenny Omega look a lot older than he really is, that he got the most hurt.
I didn't feel that, but go ahead.
No, that's my only worry is I don't want them to make Kenny Omega feel old or worn and, Moxley's good and he's good. He's wrestling tonight, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean?
The way I took that was okay, we went to war and not only did Moxley win, but he came out less scathed than I did. And it's just one more thing to add to Am I really as good as I think I am? Or am I really as good as people say that I am? It's like it's the deconstruction. Yeah, it's the deconstruction of the elite. The whole thing. They keep losing, and I think it's building. I hope it's building to a point to where it's like, you know what, we've had enough of this, and we're gonna show them what we're made of, kind of thing, and go out there and take it to them. That's what I'm hoping. Alan said,
Yep.
I will say AEW is fun to watch, better than the dumb Lana. Yes.
Oh,
so
please. Vince loves that the fans hate it right now.
Oh my goodness. That's how they ended Raw one week, man. That was the worst. That was the worst storyline I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. I saw what Moxley, she was tweeting. She's like, what the hell? What the hell? Well, not hell, but the F word. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. I feel like she was more in character. I don't think that she was serious about it. But
Renee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, surely. Because she's very supportive of his choice to go there, right?
Right, exactly. So I think that people are just taking her too seriously with those tweets. But I'm sorry. AEW just has renewed my love for wrestling, and it is the main reason AEW and the Elite for one of the major projects, and this is a major project I'm working on with Brant and JD and a few other people. It is a major reason why I got this passion back to do one of my last two major projects for a very long time.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's kind of rekindled I never stopped loving wrestling, and I still watch WWE, but not as
you were getting the way I am with Superman and Bendis.
Yeah, exactly. And I talk about this all the time. The episodes will stack up of Raw and SmackDown and all this stuff, and I can't even tell you last time I watched NXT. And it's just, and I should watch NXT because it's probably better than Raw and SmackDown.
Actually, they're making it so that NXT is like their big name now.
Yeah, I know, and it's just it's frustrating. But now AEW, I'm just excited every week it comes on. So
yeah, and 7 weeks in a row, AEW #AEW Dynamite has been top 2. It actually hit number 1 when it was the tag team match for the belt. So
nice.
Congrats on 7 weeks in a row to AEW Dynamite.
Yeah. I'm with AEW.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, so let's first.
That and NXT.
Okay.
It's all the wrestling I can handle for now. SmackDown is okay, but Raw need help. They both need help, in my opinion. I do agree that SmackDown is still getting a little bit better, but I could really narrow it down to just MJF, but I get you. Hi, by the way.
Hi, DNGN, and I hate MJF. I don't like characters that have egos that are way too big for their own body.
I like him. I love to hate him. I think it's that kind of character.
It's beyond loving to hate him at this point. I just hate him, period, because kayfabe is too strong. Too strong. He signed a person who went to StarCast, picture of him, to whore, MJF.
He's a method actor. What are you gonna say?
I can't get behind that. That's too in character for my liking. I mean, okay, you want to stay in character. It's your whole shtick. I'm the bad guy in wrestling. Like it says it on his Twitter, professional bad guy in wrestling. I understand that. There's a fine line before fans start to get a little bit sick in their stomach, and I'm at that line where his character makes me sick in the stomach.
Oh, I mean, Dolph Ziggler's Twitter name is Heel Ziggler, so I mean, he kind of does the same thing.
Dolph Ziggler had made me sick since he was Mikey.
Dolph Ziggler. The thing about Dolph Ziggler though is he's so freaking good in the ring. It's so good.
He is, and when he did that with that interview with Chris Van Vliet. At least he didn't stay in character.
That is true. You're right. So, NWA Power is really good. I have not watched NWA.
I've heard of it.
I've not seen NWA in so long.
I've heard of it, and I know that LAX / Santana and Ortiz came from a New York-based wrestling indie company, just like Private Party, but they came from Brooklyn one.
Yeah. Have you guys read the Ultimate Warriors comic? It's hilariously insane. I have not read that one, actually. I've read a lot of wrestling comics in my time, but not that one.
And that's a perfect segue to our comic, which, oh my God, look at Lisa. She just powered through that entire postcard.
Yeah, she's doing the highlights and stuff now.
She's finishing. It's done, just like the book, just like the extra pages. They're done. The book is done. All it needs to do is go to print. And once we get the book in the mail, we get the book plate to sign them. We get the books. We send them out to everybody. The book is finished, ready to go. And we are trying our hardest to get to our first stretch goal, which is this beautiful postcard that Lisa has now inked, flatted, and colored, and put the shadows and all the final touches on live here for the past hour and a half. And all we have to do is reach 1,800. We are already at, I think, almost 1,700, as a matter of fact. Am I correct?
No, we're almost at 1,600.
1,600.
We're 1,589 right now.
Right. So we're at 1,500 and change right now. If we can make it to that 1,800 before tomorrow night at midnight, basically almost 24. We are shy. It's 24 hours and 15 minutes from now. If we can make that $1,800 stretch goal, everyone who backs the Kickstarter at a physical level will be getting a postcard, which this is the selfie postcard from Celestial Falcon's Deluxe Edition Kickstarter.
And this will be, I didn't, well, let me not say that. Let me not speak out of turn. This may be double-sided. I don't know. If it is, it actually has the postcard lines and it has the last number press logo at the bottom. Go ahead and answer that. You just did, but go ahead.
I think I did answer it. We are at 1,500 and change. We're close to 16. So
our goal was 1,500, so we are past our goal, but we're $111 away from our first stretch goal, which again is this postcard.
Right. So $111, give or take, as long as we remain at the amount we're at right now. It's $111.
Right. Yeah. And Alan asked me a question real quick. Here's a question. What was Brant's top 5 this week? By the way, I didn't catch it. Yeah, because I wasn't on the show this week. My number 5 was Miss Marvel, number 9. Number 4 was Undiscovered Country, number 1. Number 3 was Justice League, number 35. Number 2 was X-Force, number 1. And number 1 was Young Justice, number 10.
How soon do you get updates on Kickstarter? We get them immediately, JD. Once somebody backs it, we get a notification. If you mean as a backer, how soon do you get updates? Brant's been updating the Kickstarter, I think, daily.
Almost daily. Yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 days I haven't. But there was an update that went out today.
Mm-hmm. And we're doing this show today, and tomorrow we'll probably be getting together around this time, maybe a little bit earlier than this time, to count down the final hour or so of the Kickstarter, probably on Brant's Facebook and on my YouTube channel. If we're both available, we'll be doing a countdown to the final hour of the Kickstarter.
We'll play the final countdown.
We can't do that because we don't know how YouTube's going with their weird.
Exactly. That's why I said no, we won't.
We won't, but we'll be counting down the final hours.
Yeah. So we're about to hit our.
What?
Go ahead.
And talking about the Kickstarter, that's all.
Yeah, I was just going to repeat what you said a minute ago. We're in 15 minutes or less. We'll be down to our last 24 hours, and hopefully we'll get to the stretch goal. And who knows? If we get to this one, we'll reveal what the next one would be, and we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
Because I will tease that the next one is an upgrade to the actual comic.
Right. And not only that, but again, anything that we don't get to this time around, we have Celestial issue number 2 coming out in 2020. So anything that doesn't make it in this one will be in the next one. Right?
All right. Huh?
Right? I want to make sure I'm not wrong here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't know if everything will be there, but yeah.
I didn't say everything. I said certain things.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
There's stuff to look forward to at issue number 2. Yeah. Stuff to look forward to getting issue number 1. I'm excited to get it into everybody's hands. And we have so many amazing variants from so many different artists. One of them is Lisa, who's here with us now.
I have to call this out because I'm sure this is why he asked, but JD just backed it. And we are at. Let's see. Let me refresh it again. Is it refresh? I thought he did. Refresh. It showed it for a minute, then it went away. It's not refreshing for me now. I apologize if I spoke out of turn, JD. Maybe it's just not updating on me. Yeah, there it goes. 1639. We're at 1639 now. I don't know what was going on.
39.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, JD. Yeah. So we're getting there. We are getting there at a fast pace. Thank you so much for the pledge, JD.
Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome. So now we are 61
a video cabinet arcade.
Yeah, we are $61 away from our stretch goal now, right? No, 161. Yeah, I misspoke before, but yes.
So we're close. Let's see if we can get there in the next 24 hours, because that's about how long we have. 24 hours and 10 minutes. Brant and I will be back live, like I said, tomorrow night on my channel and his Facebook, counting down the final hour or two of the Kickstarter, celebrating the end of the Kickstarter, and talking about what's next.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the Chris and Brant Show and watching Lisa.
Wait. Let's zoom in on Lisa's picture one last time. That's the amazing postcard to anyone who backs at a physical level. That is what you will get if we make our stretch goal.
Which is exactly what I was about to say.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet now.
Anyway, yes, that Lisa just inked, flatted, and colored right here live for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully you enjoyed our talk on comics, video games, wrestling, and everything else under the sun. Tried some cereal, had some fun. Now my teeth hurt.
I am never eating this not dry again.
It's weird.
Tommy will love it.
But that's the Chris and Brant Show, and that's what we do here. We do weird. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And we try to do one of these every month, give or take. So be back next month for a brand new episode of the Chris and Brant Show.
It'll be the Christmas special for Chris and Brant.
Maybe there will be a special Christmas cereal, or Christmas treat, or Christmas Oreo or something out that we'll try. No, we won't try anything.
Unless it's something that won't hurt our teeth.
Okay. So that's going to wrap it up for this. Check out our Kickstarter, Celestial Falcon, at, I clicked the wrong button. There we go. At lastnumberpress.com/Kickstarter, or just search Celestial Falcon on Kickstarter. 24 hours to go, give or take. And then we can wrap this up and get this out to everybody. Again, join us live somewhere online. Watch our social media and Kickstarter updates for when and where tomorrow night as we count down the final hour of the Kickstarter. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I love you.
I love you too. I don't love the cereal.